Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello dear students of المناهج schools, grade 12. We are going to start revising for our final English exam, inshallah. I'm going to start with Unit 1. Today our lesson is vocabulary. I'm going to revise the vocabulary we have already taken in the early of this term, second term. So please go to your student's book, page 8. We are going to go for these words. The title is Words Easily Confused. We have a group of words. Sometimes they confuse learners when they want to use them. So you need to know the meaning of these words so that you can distinguish and recognize the correct meaning. Let's go for the first group. We have the words travel, trip, journey, tour, voyage, cruise, flight, excursion, expedition. We have some words like travel. It can be a verb and it can be a noun. It is a general word when we use it as a noun. سفر. Trip, رحلة. Usually it is a short trip for a certain purpose. لغرض معين وقصيرة. Journey. It describes the journey itself. How long, the distance. So when you talk about distance and how long it takes, you use the word journey. المدة. Tour. Usually سياحة, جولة سياحية. Voyage. It is رحلة بحرية. Cruise. Also it is in the sea, but it is luxurious journey. Flight, would we use a plane. Excursion, this is for like a picnic, a very short trip for a picnic. نزهة, usually short one. Usually you do it in the afternoon. Expedition, also this is like حملة or بعثة for a certain purpose like research or like scientific purpose. رحلة بعثة علمية, for we use expedition. Number 1, our geography teacher keeps telling us that. So what do you choose? Broaden the mind. So traveling is the best answer. You need to write the correct form of the word. Okay, number 2. Is your class coming on the afternoon to Windsor Castle? So it is excursion because it is in the afternoon. The key word here, afternoon. Scott kept a journal of his scientific to the North Pole. Here there's scientific, so it should be expedition. Number 4, many immigrants, muhajirin, arrived in New York after a 6-week across the Atlantic Ocean, المحيط الأطلسي. So here it is voyage because it is in the sea. Number 5, the to Sao Paulo, which is a city in Brazil, has been delayed due to heavy rain at the airport. Okay, delayed due to heavy rain at the airport. Here, the flight, we are talking because it is a plane. Number 6, it's a 5-hour by bus from Florence to Naples. It is 5-hour journey. Here we talk about how long does it take. Also, when we talk about the distance, we use the word journey. Number 7, we went on a guided walking of the Rocky Mountains last summer. So here it is tourism, رحلة أو جولة سياحية. Number 8, we are going on a 2-week Indian Ocean cruise on a luxurious ship. So here it is رفاهية. You go to have fun. Number 9, is your family still planning to go on to Washington next week? Here it is a trip. Okay, try to repeat this exercise several times so that you be familiar with the distinguish of the meaning of each word. Let's go to the next group, which is hotel, hostel, resort, cabin, suite, cottage, caravan. Hotel, فندق. Hostel is usually smaller than the hotel and cheaper أرخص وأصغر. Resort منتجع سياحي. Cabin غرفة usually or a small house or a room in the wild في الغابة or في البرية. Suite جناح usually it is a part of a hotel. Cottage كوخ usually it is wooden or sometimes it is made of other material. Caravan it is like a van with a lot of things you need. You can travel and sleep in it. Okay, number 10. The new holiday resort in Miami offers free tennis lessons. So resort here جناح. Did you hear the news? Joe has bought a weekend in the countryside. So here it is cottage because it is in the country في الريف. Number 12. As we are on a tight budget, budget means ميزانية, we'd better stay at a youth hostel because it is cheaper not to go to a hotel. 13. Many South Sea Islanders still live in traditional wooden. Here you are talking about the word cabin. 14. Tom took his to France and stayed in it over the summer. So took what? Caravan. So it is a van. If you look at the last part of the word, it is a van. 15. As that is near the airport, a lot of businessmen stay there overnight. As that hotel, businessmen, they are rich, they can afford to stay in a hotel. 16. The president stayed in a luxury at the Hilton. So president, الرئيس, suite. Okay, جناح. Let's go to the third group. We have all these words are verbs. Arrive, get, reach, come, approach. Approach means يدنو. You come to certain thing. Reach and arrive يصل, but usually arrive for certain things. Reach, you extend. You try to get to a certain point, destination. 17. The captain promised the passengers الركاب that the ship would depart in time to go ashore for lunch. Ashore means you go on land because shore means شاطئ, but ashore means it is the land you are. So it is reach, would reach the port in time. يصل إلى الميناء في الوقت. 18. What is the best way to your uncle's ranch? So it is here get to. Please take notice of to. You get to. Okay? Please underline the word like to. Get to. Try to combine like a phrasal verb. Get to. 19. As we, the city center, the traffic got really heavy. As we approach, يدنو, as we approached the city center, the traffic got really heavy. مزدحم. 20. Are you coming to the airport with us to meet Dennis? His plane is scheduled to arrive at. I want you to distinguish between arrive and reach with the preposition followed by these two verbs. Get to, arrive at. So please, because they are very close in meaning, so you need something to help you to recognize these two words by get to and arrive to at. Now let's move to exercise number 2. Nouns ending in ion, ation, ance, and ment, deriving from verbs. What do we call these endings? We call them suffixes. A suffix, there are certain letters we add at the end of the word. In this case, they change the structure of this word. Sometimes from a verb it becomes a noun, or from an adjective it becomes a verb. So these suffixes they change the structure. Okay, they change the structure of these words. Okay, now let's go to A. Look at the following nouns appearing in the advertisements on page 9. Which verbs do they derive from? Derive يشتق. يعني what is the origin of this word? Like information. What is the origin of information? I think you can look at the suffix of this word, which is ation, then you know it is inform. Okay, inform is the word from information. That is a verb, inform. يبلغ, يعلم, like this. So information, معلومات. Insurance, also look at the words at the number 2. You know that the suffix is ance, and it comes from the verb insure, يؤمن. Insurance, تأمين, insure, يؤمن. Locations, also the same thing. It comes from the verb locate. Okay. Equipment, from the verb equip, and accommodation from the verb accommodate. Let's move to the next exercise, which is about group of words. We use these suffixes, and we know at the end of each group you're gonna use your skill to add the same suffix given at the top of each group. Look at the table below and complete the missing nouns. Can you think of any more for each group? The first group, nouns ending in ion. So you need to get familiar with these words. Impress, impression. Attract, attraction. So act becomes what? Action. Okay. Nouns ending in ion, irregularities, means shawad. They don't follow the same rule as the first one. Decide, decision. If you see, we delete the last de and we add sion. So decide, يقرر, decision, قرار. Intend, ينوي, intention. So we delete the d also, and we add tion. Produce, so become what? Think. It is production. Yes. Of course, there are other words. Production. Okay. Receive, reception. Permit, permission. Okay. Receive, reception, you know. يستقبل, reception, استقبال. Okay. Now the third group, nouns ending in ation. Examine, examination. Invite, invitation. Prepare, preparation. You should take notice of the changes at the end for spelling purpose. Like here we deleted the e and then we add the a for all the verbs given. Examine or invite or prepare, they end with e, but we delete this e when we add ation, ation. The fourth group, nouns ending in ance. Assist, assistance. مساعدة, assist, يساعد. Appear, يظهر, appearance, ظهور. Perform, يؤدي, performance also is the ظهور أو أداء, performance. Okay, and we have other words like assure, assurance, endure, endurance. The last group of the words, nouns ending in ment. Amuse, amusement, amuse يسلي, amusement تسلية. Agree, agreement. Argue, argument. And we have other words, develop, development, manage, management. So you need to really study this skill, and you need to read them more and more so that you come familiar with these words. And you should, as I said before, take notice of the changes of the spelling. Sometimes we change, like the second group, it is there are certain changes. It is irregular and you need to know how to write like the word decision from the verb decide, intend, intention. Okay, you need to study them very carefully and be careful about the spelling. Let's go to the next exercise, which is C. Says complete the sentences using the correct form of the words in capitals. There is a tip in a word building exercise. When you have to complete a blank with a noun, read the sentence carefully and decide it if the noun should be in singular or plural form, singular mufrad or plural jama'. Okay. Number 1. We are having a on how to finish the project by Friday. So how to finish the project by Friday. We are having a, so it is a noun because we have the article a, أداة التعريف a. Okay, discuss, so it becomes what? Discussion. It is discussion, نقاش. Okay, number 2. Both of the are very original. Both here means plural. Both of the, both كلا. So you should make this word, when you change to a noun, a plural. Advertise is the verb, then answer advertisements. So you add s, it is a plural. Number 3. The manual gives clear on how to use the washing machine. Washing machine, الغسالة أو غسالة الملابس. Instruct يعلم, يعطي تعليمات. So you need to give the word clear here, instructions, تعليمات, also plural case. Number 4. Most teenagers, المراهقين, like comics with a lot of in them. Action. Yeah, teenagers, they like action. Number 5. The to that book was written by Professor Robbins. You know, if you have read a book, you have the first paper which give you introduce, يقدم, you need مقدمة, so it becomes introduction. Okay, you need to notice that we deleted the E, okay, and then we add T-I-O-N, introduction. Number 6. Witnesses have given two different, here describe is the verb of the thief. You need to make it a noun. Descriptions, also you should take notice of the spelling. We also deleted the last two letters, B-E, with P, T, and then make it plural. Descriptions, أوصاف. Number 7. Fiona looked at the teacher and when she heard she had passed the test. She looked in. Usually this noun comes with in, as in amazement, like a surprise. Number 8. The of birds from the forest is the result of climate change. Here you need to make it a noun also. اختفاء of birds from the forest. Disappearance. Disappearance. اختفاء. Okay. Really, as I told you before, you need to go back and try to do it again before the exam, at least the final exam. These lessons, as I told you, we are going to design them for the final exam so that you can go with me and revise them. And if you have any question about them, the meaning, you can ask me when we have an interactive class in our time. Okay, thank you for watching and listening. That's all I have for you today in our English lesson about the revision of Unit 1, vocabulary. We start. The next lesson gonna be about grammar. You are welcome to ask about anything about this lesson through our official channels of المناهج and the groups on WhatsApp or on Zoom when we have our class. We all care about you. Thank you for your listening.